U.S. presidential election heats up. Early voting begins in storm-hit North Carolina. Despite obstacles created by Hurricane Helene, battleground North Carolina sees strong early voting. Trump or Harris to be decided in storm-hit North Carolina? As race for White House heats up. Who will win U.S. presidential polls? Early in-person voting started strong on October 17 in the presidential battleground of North Carolina, including in mountainous areas where Hurricane Helene destroyed properties and upended lives. North Carolina could be crucial in determining a winner in the race between U.S. Vice President Kamala Harris and former Republican President Donald Trump because its voting preferences could swing either way. Remember, several pre-poll surveys show a very tight race with a handful of swing states likely to determine the winner of the U.S. elections. The latest survey by 538 shows dead heat in North Carolina. According to the report, 48% of voters said they would back Trump compared to 47.5% who said they would vote for Harris in the upcoming elections. Hurricane Helene, which killed more than 200 people across 6 states and caused billions of dollars in damage, has sparked questions on how it might impact voter turnout. According to reports, some of the state's hardest-hit counties lean both Republican and Democratic. For instance, Buncombe County supported President Joe Biden in the 2020 election, while neighboring Yancey County favored Donald Trump. North Carolina State Elections Board has spent weeks assessing storm damage to polling locations. On October 17, 76 early voting sites were reportedly set to open to voters in the 25 western North Carolina counties listed in the Federal Disaster Declaration. That compares to 80 early voting sites planned before the storm. Early voting has been reportedly the most popular way for North Carolinians to cast a ballot in both the 2020 and 2016 elections. According to reports, more than 3.6 million ballots, which is 65% of all ballots, were cast during early voting in the 2020 general election. In the 2016 election, 62% of all ballots were cast during early in-person voting. Meanwhile, November 5th is just weeks away. Several surveys show a very close fight in polls. 2 new big pre-poll surveys give 2 different verdicts. The first survey by Fox News shows former President Trump is ahead of Vice President Kamala Harris by 2 points nationally. On the other hand, the second survey shows Democratic Vice President Kamala Harris holding a marginal 3 percentage point lead over Republican Donald Trump in Reuters/Ipsos poll. Both the surveys have a very close contest in the upcoming U.S. presidential election between Kamala Harris and Donald Trump, meaning things could change at any moment.